Continuing our coverage of the increasingly public schism between Donald Trump and Elon Musk over Trump's disastrous tariff policy, which has personally cost Musk at least $30 billion, there's a bombshell new Washington Post report, which includes leaks from multiple Trump insiders, confirming that Musk confronted Trump about these tariffs and begged him not to go through with them, but Trump ignored him and did it anyway. But before we unpack all that, if you end up liking this video and you want to support the channel, please be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and alert bells before you go. All right, folks, again, as we've discussed in multiple videos, Elon Musk seems visibly defeated and deflated. He is becoming increasingly public in his criticism of the Trump administration over tariffs. And that's where we get this bombshell new Washington Post report. Musk made direct appeals to Trump to reverse sweeping new tariffs. The world's richest person, a key Trump advisor and political donor, was ultimately unsuccessful. I should note that some of the pictures circulating around Elon Musk include him wearing that hat that Trump was right about everything, which is ironic given the circumstances, but I digress. Over the weekend, as Elon Musk launched into a barrage of social media posts criticizing one of the lead White House advisors for Donald Trump's aggressive tariff plan, Musk was going over that same official's head and making personal appeals to Trump. The attempted intervention, confirmed by two people familiar with the matter who spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss private talks, has not brought success so far. Trump threatened Monday to add new 50% tariffs on imports from China to go along with the 34% taxes he announced last week. Trump did signal he was open to negotiations on some aspects of his policy. Musk, meanwhile, posted a video to X in which the late conservative economist Milton Friedman touted the benefits of international trade cooperation. Quote, the impersonal operation of prices, as he put it, breaking down the sources of the materials that go into a simple wooden pencil. Musk's break with Trump over a signature administration priority marks the highest profile disagreement between Trump and one of his key advisors, who poured nearly $290 million into backing him and other Republicans in last year's elections and has been leading the U.S. DOJ Service cost-cutting efforts since January. Musk has also disagreed with other members of Trump's coalition on issues such as H-1B visas for skilled immigrants and on DOJ's approach to government spending. And I'll note that when Musk has broken with Trump in the past, very often he's gotten his way, like that H-1B visa situation. Trump notoriously during his first term and even during the campaign in for his second term, railed against H-1B visas, but Musk favors them. And ultimately, Trump came down on the side of Musk, reversing years and years and years of his previously established positions on H-1B visas. So Musk had every reason to believe he could be successful in persuading Trump. But again, so far, he's out of luck. On Saturday, Musk took aim at the administration official who has been key to developing the tariff plans, White House trade advisor Peter Navarro, lighting into his credentials. Again, we've discussed a lot of this. Quote, a PhD in econ from Harvard is a bad thing, not a good thing, Musk wrote. On Tuesday morning, Musk again targeted Navarro in a series of X posts as he responded to comments made by Navarro on CNBC calling Musk a, quote, car assembler rather than a manufacturer, quote, in many cases. Quote, Navarro is truly a moron, Musk said in one post, decrying the claim as false before calling him, quote, dumber than a sack of bricks in another, and following up by defending Tesla, saying it is, quote, the most vertically integrated auto manufacturer in America with the highest percentage of U.S. content. Musk concluded by saying, quote, Navarro should ask for the fake expert he invented, Ron Vara, a reference to Navarro's reported use of a fictional trade expert, an anagram of his last name, in his books. Navarro did not respond to a request for comment on Monday, nor did he immediately respond to a follow-up Tuesday. Quote, Trump has put together a remarkable team of highly talented and experienced individuals who bring different ideas to the table, knowing that Trump is the ultimate decision-maker, White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt said in a statement Monday evening. Quote, when he makes a decision, everyone rows in the same direction to execute. That's why this administration has done more in 2 months than the previous administration did in 4 years. That's not true, but what I will concede to Carolyn Leavitt is that this administration, the Trump administration, has done more bad things in 2 months than the previous administration did in 4 years. That's true. In an interview with Italian Deputy Prime Minister Matteo Salvini over the weekend, Musk also said he would like to see a, quote, free trade zone between Europe and the United States. Quote, at the end of the day, I hope it's agreed that both Europe and the United States should move ideally, in my view, to a zero-tariff situation. Musk also said he would like more freedom for people to move between countries in Europe and the United States and work in either, quote, if they wish. Quote, that has certainly been my advice to the president, he said. Musk, who's chief executive of the electric vehicle maker Tesla, has long seen tariffs as detrimental to the business aims of a company that counts both the United States and China as key manufacturing and consumer hubs. Other car manufacturers, though, are likely to be hurt more by the new tariffs, analysts have said. But Musk has opposed tariffs since at least Trump's first term, when Tesla filed a lawsuit seeking to overturn the tax on Tesla's imports from China to the United States. I'll also remind you, we did a video about this. God, I lose track of time. It's not even been 3 months since Trump's been in office, and it feels like 3 years, but it was about a month ago, I believe, where Tesla actually sent an unsigned but official letter to the Trump administration begging them not to go through with these tariffs, because even though in theory they'd be protected from it, they're worried about the retaliatory measures which will hurt Tesla. And again, that's why I say, as a consequence of the stock turmoil, the market turmoil that Trump has single-handedly created with these tariffs, Elon Musk has seen in one day, like a 24-hour period, $30 billion of his net worth vaporized. So, food for thought. In 2020, top executives at Tesla wanted the company to sue the Trump administration over its tariffs on China. Musk initially agreed, saying that parts of the Trump package were unfair to the car maker. But after Tesla filed the lawsuit in September 2020, Musk reacted in a, quote, super negative way about the decision, even berating some staff members for suggesting Tesla file the suit, according to a person familiar with the matter, because right-wing accounts on Twitter said Musk was trying to curry favor with the Chinese and was going against Trump's America First agenda. Many of the business and technology leaders who supported Trump's candidacy were stunned by Trump's decision to go forward with such steep tariffs, and equally disappointed that they weren't able to exert more influence on the policy, the two people familiar with the matter said. Which is, again, hilarious. We bought you! We bought this election for you! How dare you not obey us? Again, corruption every which way, on Trump's part and on their part. I digress. People in Musk's orbit made direct appeals to friends in the Trump administration, including Vice President J.D. Vance and Musk, arguing for what they felt were more sensible free trade policies. One Musk friend, investor Joe Lonsdale, posted on X that he'd argued to friends in the administration in recent days that tariffs would hurt American companies more than Chinese ones. Lonsdale declined to comment about his arguments beyond his X posts. A group of business leaders worked over the weekend to put together an informal group that would lobby members of the Trump administration for more moderate policies, said one of the people. Many supported Trump last year, even while knowing that the steep tariffs he'd long promised could be destructive to both the tech industry and the economy as a whole, but they felt that Trump could be swayed by advisors such as Secretary Scott Bessent, as Treasury Secretary, to adopt a softer approach, the people said. The business leaders also did not anticipate that the Commerce Secretary, Howard Lutnick, who'd been one of Musk's key conduits into Trump's orbit, would be such a strong advocate of protectionist policies. And again, I noted that in a video yesterday, that we have previous reports of like the internal turmoil between Musk and Trump's cabinet, and that Howard Lutnick has been one of Musk's staunchest allies. And then yesterday, Musk actually took a shot at Howard Lutnick. So again, the politics, the internal politics of this are quite fascinating. I'll also note too, again, before we continue, just how, like, there is a sense of schadenfreude here. I mean, it sucks that this is hurting people. It really does. This is almost like really dark comedy here, but like, I can't help but note, like, these losers, these friggin' corrupt millionaire, billionaire donor losers were like, yeah, sure, Trump like repeatedly said he was going to tariff the shit out of everything, but like, we hope like he was so stupid and so malleable that he could be swayed by their, like, what a gambit. Like, what a friggin' gamble. What a dumb gamble. I am campaigning for this person. I'm voting for them. I'm endorsing them. I'm donating to them on the hopes that they won't do what they explicitly said they were going to do. Who does that? Who does that? That's a weird thing to do. That's a really dumb thing to do. And again, it would be hilarious if the consequences weren't so dire for everybody else. These morons should be mocked and belittled for the rest of their lives. Wait, you swung your sail for Trump, you bent the knee, joined the cult in the hopes that he wouldn't do what he said he was going to do, thus making him either a malleable fool or a liar, and that's the guy you wanted to empower and put into the most powerful position in the world? You morons. I digress. The dispute between Trump and one of his most influential advisors comes just weeks before Musk, the world's richest person, is expected to depart his post in the administration. It also comes amid increasing pressure on Tesla to reverse signs of slumping demand, prompted in part by Musk's foray into politics. Quote, the backlash from Trump tariff policies in China and Musk's association will be hard to understate, said Dan Ives, analyst with Wedbush Securities, an enthusiastic Tesla backer who lowered Tesla's stock price target, a measure of its viability, from $550 to $315, quote, to reflect these newer, soft demand estimates. But Tesla has essentially become a political symbol globally, and that's a very bad thing for the future of this disruptive tech stalwart and the brand crisis tornado that has now turned into an F5 tornado, he wrote. Tesla stock closed at $233.29 per share Monday, down more than 2.5%. So far this year, stock has lost more than 38% of its value. Musk showed signs of attempting reconciliation Monday. He touted a next thread from the official U.S. Trade Representative account highlighting what it called unfair trade practices affecting American exporters in light of Trump's tariffs. Good points, Musk said. Musk's brother and fellow Tesla board member, Kimball Musk, also lobbed sharp criticism at Trump over tariff policies on Monday. Quote, "Who would have thought that Trump was actually the most high-tax American president in generations?" Kimball wrote on X, the social media site Musk owns. Quote, "Though through his tariff strategy, Trump has implemented a structural permanent tax on the American consumer." And also note that even Republicans and even conservative economists have acknowledged that what Trump did was create unilaterally the biggest peacetime tax hike on the American people in history. The remarks came less than a month after Kimball Musk had thanked Trump for hosting an event featuring Teslas on the White House lawn. So there you have it, folks. Elon Musk, shadow president, co-president with waning influence, it seems, is publicly lashing out because he has privately attempted to lobby Trump, begging him, confronting him, "Donald, please stop doing this." And Trump's ignoring him and running full steam ahead anyway. And not only are the American people paying the price, not only are American companies paying the price, but Elon Musk personally is suffering as a direct consequence to this. And again, that would be hilarious if everyone else weren't suffering the consequences of this moron, Donald Trump, and the same moron that these other morons, including Elon Musk, empowered in the first place. Inexcusable stupidity. But in the meantime, let me know what you think in the comments.